We're going on a dinghy ride today. A dinghy ride to Home Depot. Because there's a canal that goes all the way to Home Depot, but we don't know if we can actually access it or not with the dinghy. So this calls for an adventure. Before your dinghy starts. Now that's a drive-by. All right, let's keep going, shall we?
Well, on the map, it looked like it was sort of the first canal that went off to the south, so that's where we're heading. Hopefully we make it there. I'm sure that this is Home Depot and the strip mall right here, but there's a big long fence, so we might have to find another way around. Yeah, that's definitely Home Depot. We found the perfect spot.
That was not graceful at all.
Not that locking it to a tree is that secure, but more secure than not locking it, I suppose.
That's our choice.
And we need tile, stone, 10 square feet at least. So 10 of those. Are they a square foot each?
I think so. 12 by 12, yeah.
So these are vinyl peel and stick tiles, but check out how good they look. And they're $1 a square foot. Like, it doesn't get better. Let's get 3 actually. May as well just get all of it whilst we're here. I'm in the mud. Go, go, go. Now the fun begins, right?
Now the fun begins, yep. Now let's actually build ahead.
First things first. $60 fan better be worth it. Apparently it's like super quiet and blows a lot of air for how small it is. So AC fans are so much cheaper than marine grade like 12-volt fans. So
Let's test that bad boy.
ready?
Yeah, ready.
Yeah. Oh, I can feel the air getting sucked in behind me.
Really?
Dude, this thing actually does move a lot of air.
That's nice.
Well, today is gonna be a fun day. I finally get to start cutting up all the wood that we got and start putting together the cabinetry for the head. First things first is gonna be making the sink. This little guy here. We started with this IKEA bowl. And yeah, that's gonna be our sink. So since the whole thing's sort of centered around that sink, I think I'm going to start by building that part and then seeing how the rest of it works out from there. One of the really cool parts about being here at Just Cats is that they're letting us use a lot of their workshops. So we have access to like table saws and stuff, which is gonna make cutting up these panels a lot easier. One of my favorite parts is that they gave us the key to the candy store. So on the weekends, like today is a Saturday, we have access to the workshops. So it is so nice to have access to all these little odds and ends and little screws and nuts and bolts and stuff, so we don't have to keep making little runs to hardware stores or West Marine. We can just come in here, and if you need like a random screw, they've got it. It's pretty sweet. It's like having our own marine hardware store right behind our boat. It has been so long since I've had access to a proper table saw. It's really exciting. That's going to make finishing these projects so much easier. I love it.
We're free. All right, we are moving the boat today. We are moving closer to the workshop, so that's gonna be good. Are you excited to move, Dan?
Yeah, let's do this thing. Away we go.
Where we were going back and forth to the workshop, to the office, and back, and we had to walk every time. Which, I mean, we can't complain, but going with like big chunks of wood to cut every time is it here?
No,
No, it's not.
the next one.
Yeah, so it's gonna be easy to access the workshop every day if we need to. But it's my first time docking with Uma, so I'm a little bit on the nervous side.
Doing good? That's just gonna be there.
Okay.
Alright, you can ease up on the throttle. Good job. Not bad. Nice docking skills.
Thank you. All right. Well. Cool. All right, time to test the air conditioning that we just got, and oh, that feels so good. Wow. Okay, now I have to close all the hatches and all the windows, and let's freeze. Yeah, the only thing is only on and off. You can't really control. So at some point we're gonna be really cold, but I don't think I mind, especially here because of there's the no-CMs and then there's the flies. Once everything is closed up, it's gonna make a world of a difference. So no complaints, no complaints. The big worm is pumping air into our boat. I like it.
Oh, that feels so good. Let's gonna like, oh, that's so cold. This is like a full house size unit that they normally use to like pump mega yachts full of cold air when they're working on their shore power or they're working on their AC systems. So it's designed to cool a space a lot bigger than our tiny little boat. Hello! It's definitely gonna help with no-see-ums, and it's also definitely gonna help when I start doing all the fiberglass work that I need to do in the head, because our boat was outrageously hot during the day and I wasn't able to get any fiberglassing done because the epoxy was just kicking too fast. So this will help with that too. That's so cool. So the AC is finding every nook and cranny and crack in our boat to blow out of, and so it's coming out from around our cockpit lockers because they're not sealed yet, and it's because it's coming out from here. So when you put the carpet over it, it like turns it into a floating hovercraft. Look how cool that is. I have no idea if the camera's gonna make this as nearly as cool as it is in real life. Like it jiggles, boing, 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 boing. Check this out, ready? Well, got a bit of a problem. Been working on this thing for a couple of days now, and I've made it this far. Toilet's gonna sit here. This was originally just gonna be some empty space. This whole wall was gonna be filled with more wood, with doors and drawers and you know, countertops and stuff like that. This thing here was gonna fold out. It's gonna have the sink in it. Check that out. It's gonna fold in and away. And what I've come to realize is that it's way too complicated. This whole system, although was fun to design and fun to conceptualize, it has become a nightmare to try to realize, to try to turn into an actual built thing. I think it would actually be possible, but the hinges and the hardware we would have to custom build and custom design would just be too expensive and take too long. So it's kind of back to the drawing board. The whole idea behind having all of this fold away is that it would all be sort of waterproof and we'd have all this space to shower in. But I think we're gonna have to go with a little bit more of a low-tech solution. Build in kind of a normal cabinet here with a normal countertop, a normal sink. Still the toilet's gonna be sitting here. And then when we shower, we'll just wrap a shower curtain around because it's kind of a limited space, and making all of this watertight would be an absolute nightmare. So yeah, not everything always goes to plan. We plan a lot and we spend a lot of time planning, and sometimes those plans just don't work out, and this is one of those times. So not all is lost. I mean, the grinding on the fiberglass, the fiberglassing in the bulkhead down below, reinforcing this chain plate behind me. This part here is pretty much still going to stay. Toilet's still getting installed, adding the through hull, all of that's still good. Just this back wall design is going to have to change. But the good news is it's going to be a lot easier to build. I used to build cabinets, so building this out should be pretty straightforward. Adding just a normal Korean countertop or something like that, the plumbing should be a lot easier. So yeah, I think I've had enough for today, but tomorrow it's back to work on version 2.0.